My name is Paige Spears, and today I'd like to talk about being a contributing author in the anthology Through the Fire. It was recently launched and the #1 new release on Amazon. And I've contributed to this book because it's a collection of stories of resilience in a lot of areas of life with other women, and it seemed like a really good opportunity for me to share what I've been through and what's been helpful for me. And I know it can be tough, especially for brain injury survivors. And I also had anxiety going on top of that, and all kinds of things, really. And so I wanted to share the resources that have been good for me in my recovery. And I'm sure all of the viewers have had similar challenges, a lot of them, and want to provide some hope and inspiration. Since my brain injury was caused by blood clots in my lungs, and that came from long term use of anti anxiety medications and hormonal birth control. And so I didn't know that at the time, but that's what I've learned since then. The nutrition is a really good focus to balance things emotionally. And that combined with standard therapy and the standard medical approach that initially saved my life. And then from there, after the typical physical, occupational, and speech therapy, I branched out into other areas like neurofeedback, and that was really helpful for me, and that provided the foundation that nutrition came in and picked up afterwards. And so within a year, my clinical anxiety was in permanent remission. And I've kept up with supplements, custom supplements since then, and it's been a lot better for me, and that's made it easier to continue my search for the other therapies like functional neurology, and that goes beyond traditional neurology, which only prescribes pharmaceuticals. So functional neurology has a basis in chiropractic care also, and I'm also seeing a chiropractor. And so functional neurology and also neuromovement use targeted exercises to reactivate specific regions of the brain involved in my case, movement. That's been helpful. And also therapeutic horseback riding. And I really like that. And the horses, as I discussed in a previous episode, where the physical and occupational therapy on horseback is a lot more fun and engaging. And the process of writing in the book was one where I came up with an initial draft and sent it in for some edits and did the edits. And I also sent in my a short bio, and that was all used in the book. And there were other contributing authors also. And it's been a really good way to get my story out there and share with everyone else. And I'm also working on my own book still, and it's going to be a collection of interviews like I do on this show with other functional medicine professionals. And that is my goal, to get the resources out to other brain injury survivors. And so I hope you enjoy the book, and I will put the Amazon link in with the show notes.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Paige. This again is Paige Spears with Choose Greater Health, part of the World of Ability Podcast Network. Paige joins us every Friday at 2 p.m. Central Time.
Every second and fourth Friday.
And every second and fourth Friday to do another episode with us here for Choose Greater Health. Paige is an amazing host, and we're so glad to have her joining us here. Again, Paige Spears with Choose Greater Health. Anything else before we sign off for the day?
Thanks, Sue. And well, you'll gain a lot of inspiration from the book. And again, I'll put the Amazon link in the description on YouTube.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Paige. We'll see you back here in the fourth Friday of the month for our next episode of Choose Greater Health with Paige Spears. Thank you so much. Have a great day.